So I was let go today from my job.
If you're struggling with the job market right now, just know that I literally was offered a job, signed a legal contract, was told to quit my current job, was meted and greeted by the whole team, gotten coffee, so excited to have you next week. And then on my last day of my 2 weeks notice for the job that they told me to quit, I was told that the company did not have the funds to bring on a new person and they were rescinding my offer.
I got rejected from Food Lion. I thought y'all meant stuff that requires a degree, like an actual job, like something like important, something that takes like skill and actual knowledge, like creative director, an IT specialist, people that know how to do engineering, therapy, teaching. I thought there was a job market crisis for that. I've been trying to get a job since like summer basically started, and I couldn't find any. I couldn't find a summer job before I get back to college. I couldn't. I got rejected from Food Lion. When y'all said the job market was bad, I thought y'all meant why? I didn't think y'all meant everything. I thought y'all meant stuff that requires college. Oh my God.
So here we are talking about the job market. I mean, the job numbers came in the other day and we found out they were fabricated. They were complete smoke. They had to revise them down to the point where did we even gain any jobs? And then the market takes a breather and decides to keep going up like nothing happened. And we've realized everybody says unemployment's low. No, it's not. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of videos out there of people losing their job, can't find jobs. I talked to a young man the other day, and he said that he just couldn't find a job because all the jobs that kids and normal teenagers would get are taken up by adults because they're trying to get that extra part-time job or they're just trying to get a job. And meanwhile, they tell us the job market's perfect. No, they're working 2 or 3 part-time jobs just to make ends meet because everything has gotten so much more expensive. I'm gonna get fired up about this video.
Hello, this is just a little update on my job search. I know most of you know that I made a video a while back about losing my job after 37 years in January of this year. And I'm just kind of doing a little update just to let you know how the job search is going. I still haven't found anything, but I am yet doing okay. God is taking care of me. But, you know, when I tell people, they say, oh, well, you know, there's this place is hiring and this place is hiring. Did you apply here? Did you apply there? I always show them this notebook. This notebook is how many jobs that I have applied for since January of this year. This is front and back pages. It's one. So you see what I mean? You know, I try to tell them that I'm not just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. You know, the job market is kind of rough out there, you know. And like I said, I'm still grateful because I know there's other people that's worse off than I am. And I am so...
She seems like such a nice person. And it's so sad to watch people struggle. And, you know, we're in this digital age where to apply to any job now, you got to do it digitally. You got to have an email. You got to do all these things for any little job. And there's 7 interviews. And I asked my wife the other day, I was like, why does it take 7 interviews to tell if you like somebody? This person's got to interview them. That person's got to interview them. And then, like, we find out half these jobs are fake that they're marketing. And I'm like, what? Or they give it to somebody internally. And they had to publicize it just to waste everybody's time. We are in this crazy situation, especially with AI coming in, replacing people. You got AI running the job search. Like, comments down below, what do you think? It breaks my heart watching people struggle to find work. And I'm grateful every day to be an entrepreneur and create my own world and try to I've tried to create a world that I'm unfireable, that I've just got one more thing to pivot to, whatever I wake up that next day, whether it's this multitude of things that I can switch lanes really fast, but it took me a long time to get there.
So I was let go today from my job. My family counseled me for health insurance. Like, I love this company so much. I go from getting a promotion that was supposed to start next month to being let go.
Breaks my heart. And you know what's crazy? It's the benefits. When you fire somebody, their family loses dental and health care and eyesight and the things. You know what it's like to wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when your kid's really sick and you run to the hospital and you spend all night in the hospital. And not only is your kid sick, you're also thinking, what is this bill going to cost me? And then you get a $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 emergency room bill. It could be hundreds of thousands of dollars if something really bad happens. And you're just like, what are we doing, America?
And I know the Lord will lead me, and I've been dealing with a lot. I was told on Friday I might get let go. And I sat here and still did my job until today. And it's like, in this economy, losing a job is crazy. And I know that it could be worse. There's people out there struggling worse, and stuff like that. But it hits hard because, my family depends on me for this income, this health insurance, and it just sucks, man. Just please pray for us. I'm going to still be faithful, still lean on the Lord.
We can spend hundreds of billions of dollars on some stupid conflict overseas, but yet a little boy can't be seen at the emergency room in the middle of the night because he's sick. Or some little boy doesn't have a coat because, politicians. Some little girl, she can't afford eyeglasses. Like, this stuff just boggles my mind, and then to listen to people argue, and it's infuriating. We always got money for other dumb stuff, but not for the little things that really matter. If you've got money for this stuff, then go start your wars. But until the little kids are covered, I ain't got time.
3,000. That's the number of jobs I've applied to as of today. 3,000 jobs. During the course of the year and a half that I've been out of work after an injury that happened on the job, trying to find another job has been so difficult. Now, mind you, I have 25 years experience as a sales manager, 29 years as an event manager. I'm well overqualified for any job I apply to, but yet, for some reason, over the course of me applying to 3,000 jobs, I've only had 9 interviews.
That's a lot of jobs. And I will say, I believe a lot of those jobs are fake. And a lot of them are data miners that you see online. They're just trying to get people's information, which is equally scary and should be illegal. I don't know how you enforce that. But I will say this. System's messed up, but I will say this. After 3,000 attempts, you got to say, you know what? Maybe I need to start my own thing. I need to do whatever I was doing for myself. Instead of making somebody else rich, I'm going to do it for myself. And I'm going to start. And I would have spent that last year or two starting my own career in my own business than to try to keep working for somebody else. I think that's where I would have gone. I couldn't have applied. I've applied to very few jobs in my life, okay? I created my own thing, and I think that's where I would have spent my brain power. Because at some point, we all know the system's rigged. It's how do we maneuver within the system. That's what I've always tried to talk about here on this channel.
If you're struggling with the job market right now, just know that I literally was offered a job, signed a legal contract, was told to quit my current job, was meted and greeted by the whole team, gotten coffee, so excited to have you next week. And then on my last day of my 2 weeks notice for the job that they told me to quit, I was told that the company did not have the funds to bring on a new person and they were rescinding my offer.
That should be illegal. That should be criminally illegal. Not civilly. Somebody should go to jail for that. Because how do you bring somebody, tell them to change their life, spend money, incur all these costs, get rid of their old career, only to let them go before they even start? What do you think about that? infuriating. Like, I feel like that is like one of the 7 deadly sins, because it's like stealing somebody's work tool, painting somebody's house, graffitiing somebody's house. There's certain petty things that are so crummy that what it does to people mentally, physically, spiritually.
I am sitting on LinkedIn 10:16 p.m. on Sunday, applying for jobs, reading job descriptions, all the exciting things. It's been a weekend. I definitely rode the roller coaster of emotions that job seekers go through this weekend, from panic and anxiety to sadness, literally every emotion. But for me, I have to keep in a positive headspace. I have to keep hopeful. Otherwise, I just get paralyzed with fear. I'd love to hear how y'all dig yourself out of those feelings. For me, this evening, it's not always the same, but I put on some punk music, some Rise Against. I've got my mala beads on. I'm in my jammies, fully ready for bed. Told myself as soon as I'm done, I can go to bed.
How do I deal with it? I just get fired up. I use my rage as the building blocks, okay? They're not going to beat me. I can do this. We're going to start something new. I dig my feet in like an old military dude and say, I'm ready. I lean forward in the foxhole. And it's usually after an hour-long pep talk from Samantha, because I probably would be down in the dumps. I do that sometimes. But then sometimes I'm like, you know what? Watch this. And I try to break something, like as in the business world, not as in break stuff. But like, I just try to use it as fuel. That's what I do. Like, people have picked on me so much in my life that, you know what? I said, I'm going to use that as fuel. I'll do one more rep, baby.
Okay, it's freaking time. I'm done being in the about losing my job, and I'm so ready to manifest my next career move. This job market is absolute trash, though. My For You page has sent me down a rabbit hole of how bad it actually is. But I gotta figure out something. I had someone say to me the other day, how are you gonna reinvent yourself? You are in your 40s, you're an adult. My response is it's truly never too late in life to figure out something that you actually love to do. So we're gonna do it. I may fail a couple of times, question what it is that I'm doing, but I know that I'm gonna get myself up every day, get my ass dressed, and hold myself accountable. So I'm excited for this little journey, and if there's anyone out there that's in the same boat.
That's so awesome. You just gotta have a positive attitude. Heck, my mother-in-law sold her embroidery business and decided to become a real estate agent in her 60s. And she's killing it, crushing it. She's going to do it forever, probably. And she knew nothing about real estate, just said, I want to do that. And she worked her tail off for the last 2 years to become a great real estate agent. Learn it. She was at every meeting, and she said, I'm going to do this. And she did it. You just got to say, you know what? Watch this.
So I lost my job today. Very unexpectedly, I logged on to work this morning after being off for a week and out of town with my daughter for a dance competition. Totally expecting that meeting to be kind of a catch-up session with my boss. And this lady hops on that I don't recognize. Now, we just hired somebody, and I believe today's her first day. And so I naively, for a moment, thought, this must be the new girl, because she was going to be part of our team and report to the same manager as me. So I thought, maybe this is a formal introduction or, what have you. And lo and behold, the new person that was on the call was actually HR.
That's wild. I mean, we're seeing this more and more, and I think we're getting into this lull session of the economy that we're going to wake up and we're going to see a lot of this going on. Just more jobs. I mean, especially in the real estate world. Real estate world stopped. It is absolute deadlock. And until they start lowering rates, the real estate world is going to see anything to do with real estate. Banking, contracting, builders, like it's stuck. And we're going to see more and more people getting laid off. And it's tough to watch. It's tough to see. I want to know your comments down below. Are you seeing more of this? Are you not? I hope we work through this, and I hope that these type of things lead you to what you are meant to be doing. Sometimes they can be a grace to open up a door to work in another direction. I know it was for me, and it was hard at the moment, but you know what? You just keep leaning forward and maybe go and try that thing you've always wanted to try. Go back to school. Do that new business, open that flower store, start that bakery, because this might be the time to try something new. That's all I got, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you happen to be looking for real estate on the Gulf Coast of Florida, Alabama, I'd be happy to help you. If you're looking for a real estate agent anywhere in the country, I can find one for you. And I'll see you guys in the next video.